America has a dirty secret that I want to address. Stick around to the end of my video and I'll reveal it to you. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you giving me an ear. I also appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the follows, and the comments below. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Trump administration and his incompetence. I have some clips that I want you guys to check out of everyday people, everyday average American people voicing their opinions on what's going on currently in this country. Right now, I have a government worker who is describing how incompetent the Trump administration is. Check it out.
Basically, I work in the federal government in a office that I'm trying to not give too much away, that like is handling a lot of the executive orders. And the government's like going to be in shambles, dude. The executive orders are, and the return to office, this is all stuff they don't have a plan for. This is stuff written so poorly, just single-handedly, to thin out personnel and to disrupt the workforce.
So he basically said disrupt the workforce. That's not making America great again. It has nothing to do with making anything great again. It's actually destroying families, actually taking money out of people's pockets, out of people's accounts. It's taking food out of children's mouth. And you're firing people and ruining people's careers, you know? Is this making America great again? Like, how is it great? So far, I have yet to see what he's doing making America great again. I also got this. Check this out. This is from out of Alabama. I didn't even know about this until I stumbled across this video.
We love a great FAFO moment, and I have another one for you. First, some background. 65% of the state of Alabama voted for Donald Trump. Alabama is in the top 10 poorest states in the United States related to federal poverty level. While many of these voters sit behind their computers and celebrate Elon Musk cutting waste, little did they know it was going to impact them. This week, over 250 residents in Huntsville, Alabama received a notice from their electric company that they were going to have to pay an additional $100 surcharge. The explanation for this was that Donald Trump's recent executive order ended a $1 million grant to the utilities company to help these customers pay for their electric bill. Leaders in Alabama are furious because they said this is counterintuitive to Donald Trump's promise to lower energy costs. Tots and pears.
So there you have it, family. Coming right out of the horse's mouth. People are actually regretting voting for Donald Trump. But we told you. We did tell you this was going to happen. And nobody wanted to listen. So now we got to reap what we sow. You know, here's another young lady that I stumbled across.
I want to jump on the bandwagon of saying that I regret my vote for Trump. My whole family does. My husband and I own a farm in Ohio that was funded through the Inflation Reduction Act, which Biden signed into law. And now the executive orders from Trump are rolling back all of that funding for us. So now we can no longer afford our farm. And when all that happened, it was like a lightning bolt hit my brain. And I realized that I shouldn't just be voting for myself, that Trump's policies and EOs are hurting millions of people. But it took it affecting me personally to understand what I had done was wrong. And I think it's really important for anyone to come out who voted for him and is now negatively impacted by the executive orders, or maybe you have friends or family, especially in minority communities, who are being very heavily impacted by what's going on right now. So yeah, I think it's time for us to stop being so selfish maybe and to vote for what's best for the country instead of just in our tiny little bubble, because we're all in the same boat now and we're all equally screwed by our new president.
Equally screwed by our new president, but I bet you she voted for him though. That's what kind of rubs me the wrong way. You know, these are people who actually, some of them are actually people who voted for this man. And now they're like talking about we're all in the same boat. Nah, I don't really agree with that. I don't think we are all in the same boat. But some people didn't vote for him. This right here is one of them. Check it out.
You voted for a candidate endorsed by the KKK. Yes. For the rest of your life, you have to know that you voted the same way as the KKK. No ifs, ands, or buts. You voted for hatred. You voted against women, the gay community, Mexicans, against blacks. And you're going to call yourself a Christian?
Yeah, people actually do that. They spew the hate and then go sit around in church and try to act like they're holier than thou or something, you know. But now I want to switch the subject to, you know, what we need to do as black people, do to, you know, and put ourselves in a defensive posture, because this is going to be a crazy next 4 years for us. So this brother has a good plan. I like it. Check it out.
As Trump ends diversity inclusion programs, it only echoes a big thing that Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and Booker T. Washington have been trying to tell us from then. We have to do for self now. We need to do for self now. No matter how hard you may think, no matter how rough you may think you need to, building our own businesses, companies, franchises to employ our own people. So we do not have to worry about being employed by somebody who doesn't want us to be there. You begging and crying for a job just says that you're a boy or a girl. When you own your own and you build your own, we can now help our people.
You see, I love that. You know, and if you check Black history, which they're trying to destroy right now and erase and water down and mix up, you'll see that we had places like Black Wall Street, amongst others, you know, and, you know, we're getting to the good part. But what I will say is, you know, Trump is the Confederate president. We actually have a Confederate president in the White House. It's clear that he's racist. Everyone sees it. You know, if you don't see it, you're just in denial now. You know what I mean? And he has a plan. I'm going to get to that plan. But first, here's John Legend in his own words, speaking his mind.
He's made it clear throughout his life that he believes black people are inferior. Like he believes that to his core, in his bones. He wouldn't let us live in his buildings back in the day. But also, when you hear some of the stray comments he makes, he clearly believes in a genetic hierarchy of humanity and is racially determined. So he is a tried and true, dyed-in-the-wool racist. Like, in the core of his being, he's a racist. So, I don't want to hear what he has to say about what he's done for black people. He's done very little for us. And he is, at his core, truly, truly a racist. And you even hear what he says about immigration and what countries he wants people to come in from. They all are very white.
That is true. There's something pretty universal about them.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. You know, he's also talking about trying to get the white South Africans to come over here, and you know, because Elon Musk is actually a South African. I don't even like calling him African because he's really not. You know what I'm saying? He's a colonizer. He's an invader. You know what I mean? And, you know, South Africa is going through a lot of the same things that America is going through, you know. But check this out, family. I got this cop. He keeps it real because the Trump policies is really racist. If you listen to what this cop has to say, check it out.
So listen up, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all another warning. The Washington Post just reported that Donald J. Trump shut down the Civil Rights Justice Department. Yes, the Civil Rights Justice Department. So, These are the guys who looks over the police officers. If some wrongdoing that happened or whatever the case may be. So this is part of the police getting immunity. Okay? So I'm trying to tell you guys, stay out of the way. See, listen, you got kids that's out here doing crazy stuff in the streets or doing anything that allows them to have contact with the police. It's going to get real ugly for them. Alright? Look, it's going to get real ugly for them. So I'm advising y'all to make sure y'all get a hold of your family and keep them out of the streets. Okay? Because there's no more civil rights department. Okay? Donald Trump closed it down. The Washington Post just reported. So that's my warning to you guys. Listen to me.
No more civil rights, family. No more civil rights policy. Well, I'm going to just say no more civil rights. Let's just keep it all the way real. No more civil rights. You can't say this man ain't racist. But here comes the good part. Thanks to Don Lemon, he got a good interview with one of the inside racist people who breaks it all the way down. This is the moment right here. Listen to this real close. Listen.
Want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If he were to deport all illegal immigrants, if he were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims, all of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have much possession or didn't much control, I really enjoyed myself. You say that you wouldn't want me in this country?
At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Haitians or to anyone else.
Do you consider it, you keep saying your ancestors built this country, you consider that a fact?
Who else built it?
Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads.
Do you think none of that could have been
Italian people?
But they're Europeans, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, it's the economy, stupid.
It's the economy, stupid. I mean, that's the revelation right now. That's the revelation. That's what this is all about. That's what Make America Great Again is. Make America great again for white people. Take away rights from everyone else. Kick everybody out that you can kick out. Lock up all the black people. Discriminate on them. But make America great again for white people. And even some of them is getting the hot seat right now. Until next time, family. Peace.